Victory comes to those who believe the most and believe the longest, a simple quote that my mama always recited to me as I waited to enter the show ring. No one from around here ever believed that a small-town family like mine could make a name for themselves in the Tennessee walking horse industry. Seaman and Connie Hess never let me believe that. At the age of 7, I showed my first performance horse in Lexington, Virginia. I was a little girl on a big bay horse that wouldn't take long to win over the hearts of the crowd. The people found excitement in the fact that my legs didn't come past the bullets of the saddle, and that I had the courage to use my whip with a vengeance. My love for the show ring only grew with each victory pass I made, but my dream was to win a world championship at the national celebration. In 2006, I made that dream come true. I rode into the juvenile 11 and under on a mare that will always be dear to my family's heart. From the moment I entered that ring, I knew that my fate was in my own hands. My parents had given me all they possibly could. Now it was my turn. My trainer told me that I had the best mare in that class, but tonight, she was not as good as she had the potential to be. Tonight would be decided by who wanted it the most. I rode, for all those times that someone told me I couldn't do it. I rode for my dream, as well as my parents' dream. As the class came to an end, I made one last pass to the lineup. In that moment, my mare and I became one. I could feel the intensity as her pads hit the hard ground. This was something I had worked so hard for. I had earned this. As I sat in the lineup, I prayed. I prayed for the number 485 to be called, but when the announcer made that a reality, it was too surreal to even move. My trainer met me in the winner's circle, where he looked up at me with the biggest smile, telling me that my mama was going crazy. Over all the people in attendance, I could hear my mom's cries of joy. I made my victory pass, and I couldn't hold in the excitement any longer. I dismounted, and I jumped into the awaiting arms of my dad. He later told me that I had kicked him with both of my spurs. He said if he hadn't been so proud of me, he probably would have dropped me due to the pain. I held in my tears until I saw my mama, but I bawled as she hugged me. We had done it. My family had achieved a national title in the walking horse industry. The girl that was predicted to not even participate had won. Victory is not determined by what others think you can do, but what you personally believe you can do. I never stopped believing. I never stopped cherishing the moment of my number being called, even as I won more titles at the celebration. Each and every time I experienced that same rush of adrenaline, and with every win that came, so did the tears. Victory came to me because I believed in myself. I believed in my horse, and I believed in my family. My mama's words never left me during those rides. I imagine that I will hear her stern voice repeating that line for the rest of my life as I ride down the chute into that amazing ring. Victorious Attitude by James Kisner. You cannot win the race unless you follow through. You cannot blame the others, for it all depends on you. You cannot win the battle if you do not raise your sword. You cannot claim a victory if there is no reward. You cannot shape the future if you wait until it's here. The future has no purpose if you live today in fear. Your future lies within your hand to do with what you may, for tomorrow brings results of what you've done today. The choices that you make today reflect the life you seek. But first of all, the seeds are sown before the gardener reaps. The future is like a lump of clay you hold within your hand. As time goes by, the clay gets hard, so mold it while you can. Failure is an attitude that haunts the mind of a man, but results will be successful for the one who knows he can.